broken. Hopefully this thing works. Doesn't crack and snap. It's completely destroyed. Oh, I'm getting pissed. Victory! We've made it to the scale. We ended up bringing the white Mustang to a cat scale over here at Maverick. I removed all the tires and all the tools out of it, so this is the exact weight that she would be while we're drifting it on the track. What do you guys think? How much is she gonna weigh? Comment down below. Drum roll. The total is 3,200 pounds. No, 3,000 pounds. I'm about 200 pounds, you know, so 3,000 pound car, full interior pretty much. I've got the custom rear seat in the back, buckets, steering wheel, but everything else is stock. I don't think that's too bad. Let's see if we can get the Pro-Am car even lighter than that with the cage though. What do you guys think? Think we can do it? Let's hit the road, get this thing to the shop so we can start swapping everything to the Pro-Am project, baby. Woo! Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to Buttery Builds. Stealing a gallon off Jaden's pump real quick. Hooking it up. We had to back her in like this though. Oh yeah, buddy. Whew. Yes, sir. I get half of the cage, right? Whoa, what? You think, dude?
Oh yeah, dude.
First time at the shop too, huh?
Yeah, you're lucky you got this turbo kit hidden. Well, no, it actually feels great because hey, if you end up actually fucking up my door, look, you got a fucking replacement.
That's what I was telling you, dude. If I fucking damage anything, I can just give you whatever I've got, dude. Mustang has made it to the shop. Hope you guys enjoyed those rollers. We're gonna get back later this week and start tearing this thing apart, swapping everything over. Woo woo! Bunch of pins down here we're gonna have to pop out. Oh, the whole shell's moving. And boom, another side skirt removed. Hey, we have talked to Brian. He's informed us that we need to get these windows removed. That's gonna make the job 10 times easier for him and 10 times faster if we get these removed for him first. That involves us removing the A-pillars and the rear quarter panels. And we're gonna chop out this glass, try not to make a huge mess. I've never removed A-pillars before on a car. Hopefully this goes well. First thing we need to do is remove this seal right here that runs through here. That'll give us access to the bolts. Got some bolts. Boom, boom, boom. That will release this. There's also seal right here. So I've got a heat gun. We're gonna warm this up. So hopefully it doesn't crack and break when we pull this off, because you can see this is already cracked, like somebody probably already broke it trying to take it off. The other one on the other side's damaged down here, so it's not like they're in the best condition ever. If we break them, oh well. But let's try not to. Woo. I should have watched a video further. Apparently this seal pops off. This whole seal that sits right here. This pops off. We got more bolts. These are just Phillips bolts that go up to here, and then the A-pillar literally just comes off. That's it. Like, it's got tabs still, but that's it. It's not that much more complicated. Let me go show you the other side real quick before I found that out. Look, I got this side completely off. This is broken. I didn't undo any of those screws, and here's my A-pillar. Yeah, nice. very nice. But it was already broken down there. It wasn't in good condition anyways, so take it as a learning experience. I did get this off successfully though, right here. This is just some studs that stick through, bolt on to the backside, use the heat gun, and popped her off of there. So this is reusable still. I'm probably gonna steal the A-pillar off of the white car to run on this car to at least make it look good until I feel like replacing that someday in the future. But that's future Braxton problem. Now Braxton's problem, finish getting that side off. Let's do it. Go, just pull that back, cut the silicone out, the windows will pop right out. Well, I did a thing. Broke the glass, and I didn't even get it on camera. I was trying to get this last little top piece out. I got the whole bottom strip out. This is literally the last little bit that I needed to pop out, and yeah, I popped it right there on accident with the flathead. And the whole thing did a kaboom. There she goes. Victory! Woo! Now the hard part, cleaning it all up. Yeah, I got a motherfucking Jeep now, dog. What you know about it? Summer up in this hoe. I figured we might as well pop the doors off. It's only 4 bolts on each side. It's gonna make it a lot easier to weld the cage in. And also, when I go to install everything else, it'll be a lot easier. We can just do the doors like very last when we're doing like the body kit. Yeah, just go for it, send it. Oh, try to maybe go more towards the center of the window. Bending it a little bit. Yeah. Interesting. Give her a big swing. Oh, oh, oh. Holy crap. Give it all you got and then I'll try it. You should be able to do it though. Oh. Wow. So far, this is a fail. I know the front window might be a little bit stronger than the side windows, but yeah, I don't know. We're in a survival scenario. We just crashed the car. We're drowning. We're underwater. I need to get out of this window right now. I have no other way to get out. Oh, okay. We got a crack. You see that? That's one hit. That took a lot, though. This is a real survival scenario. I would not be very
I think it's meant
confident.
for the side windows.
Yeah, I wouldn't be very confident getting out this front window. All right. Come on, we gotta survive. We gotta get out of this. Now, if we were drowning, water would now be coming in. I feel like if I was in there though, and if I like kicked it. Just like that, front windshield fully removed. We now have all of the glass out of the car that we needed to remove to get it caged. We still need to clean off all of the leftover silicone. That way we can get the new Lexan windows installed when we're ready to do so. And I have a ton of glass to clean up. So we're gonna have to vacuum that up, but stay tuned, don't click off the video. Next clip, we're gonna start swapping everything from the white car onto this red car, and you're about to see a lot of progress happen very quick. Glass is probably about 92% of the way removed, but that's as much as I could get with the air check and the vacuum. And the rest is gonna live inside the car. Woo! You guys remember last video, me picking up the stock subframe? Look at that. This baby's light. Well, this is gonna be the first time test fitting it, so hopefully this thing works. Tight. Woo! Oh yeah. Compared to before with the stock subframe, we've got so much more room up in here now. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026. New Year's resolution, make it to a Pro-Am competition. Let's get this rear end out. Weather's a little wet, a little gloomy, but that ain't gonna stop us. Yay! Time to get the drive shaft bolts off. One bolt out. That one's wanting to fight me, so I'm gonna try to slide this in through here and hammer it through. Thread these back in here so I don't forget where they go. There we go. Had that removed. She's gonna be free to go once I pop the bolt out on this side. There we go. I've got this side removed now as well. Got the spring out. Let's go ahead and cut all the zip ties off of here, and then we can slide those bolts out, and this baby's ready to come out. Yay! Beautiful. Now nothing's in the way. Victory! Today is crunch day. We got to get a lot done in not a lot of time. My plan is to still clean the underside of the car. So let's get to spraying a bunch of degreaser underneath there. Let it sit. While it sits and breaks all that up, we're gonna get underneath the white car, remove the exhaust and the gas tank, and then we'll start swapping that over the red car after we wipe all the crap up. Yay! See a pretty distinct line right where I stopped cleaning. Get all this cleaned up underneath here. Exhaust system coming off. And then do the bolts right there and then slide it off the hangers. Exhaust is removed. I made this little access panel so I could change the fuel pump probably in about 10 minutes if I needed to, just by removing that little panel instead of dropping the entire gas tank. I intend on doing the same thing with that car. I'm just gonna remove this panel, see how big of a hole I need. I'm also gonna go ahead and pop the fuel lines off of here and get this tank ready to drop as we're gonna put this tank in that car. This little piece of sheet metal that I put some hose on there. I just cut a slit in a piece of hose and slid it on the side to hopefully keep some of the tire smoke out. Last thing we need to do is remove these coil spring perches. It's just a 13mm bolt up inside there on each side. Comes up and slips out. After looking at it too, I think I could make a lot more space right here. 2-3 inches I could go out that way. Bigger the better. Got both gas tanks here. This is the one out of the white car that we are going to be using. I dumped all the gas out of it into here just because we don't want old gas sitting in there forever and then going into our engine. I'm also going to be swapping the cover from the other tank onto here. I got it all cleaned up. This one was melted from the exhaust, so got a freshie on there. And I'm stealing the seal as well. This one was broken and this one was nice and new. So swapping the seal over, then we're going to get this gas tank installed. First, before that though, we're going to go ahead and chop ourselves a hole. Yay! A lot easier when the gas tank's not in it. I cut the hole on that one with the gas tank in it, which I don't recommend. Just took a bunch of time filing all that down, so no longer are you gonna cut yourself on any frayed metal, nothing like that. Now let's go ahead and throw some paint on there, keep it from rusting. All painted up, she shouldn't rust. Good boy. fuel lines in here. Okay, before the rear end, we gotta throw the exhaust on. We've got the rear end of the exhaust all hung up, but unfortunately, this side doesn't have a hanger on it. So I have no real good way to attach that at the moment. I'm gonna have to come up with something for that. But the other side is all hooked up. Locked in. Lengthwise looks good, width pretty close. That's a good square. Take that to Home Depot, get a sheet of metal that is about that same size, and then we will rib nut it down. We are at the point where we are ready to install the rear end into this car. I made one unfortunate discovery though. Let me show you. I was just inspecting it before going over. If you guys check out this video here in the corner, I actually pulled this whole thing out, rebuilt it, put 410 gears in it, welded the diff. I ended up grinding it down and painting it. The paint didn't really hold up too well. That wasn't the very best. That's not my concern. I don't really care about the paint job, but the control arm is what I'm a little worried about. It appears that the bushing is shifting out of its little socket there, and the control arm is moved as well, and it's now caused some grindage on that control arm. I can replace the control arm at a later date pretty easily, but this bushing is kind of a pain in the butt. I would not want to do it while the rest of the assembly is in the car. Get this removed and I will get a new bushing for this side. This side's still pretty much brand new. It's working good. I did replace these when I rebuilt everything. Control arm off. Ooh, yeah, it ate that down pretty good actually. Have to keep an eye on that, make sure it doesn't crack and snap. Probably wouldn't be very ideal during a drift. So, new control arm's coming. Let's get it fully hammered out. That way we're ready to install the new one. Boom. Bushing is removed. I found some more jack stands over here, but we're actually gonna jack up the front end of this car and start swapping everything from the front suspension onto the red car. More progress, the better. Woo-woo! I forgot the freaking socket for the wheel lug nuts. So I can't get the wheels off. Yay. And then obviously I don't have the correct bushing, so I can't do the rear end either. So what I've settled on is I pop the hood. We're gonna take the top hats off of the coilovers. I can at least get to those bolts. And then from there, we might end up just removing the seats out of the car because that'll give us even more room. And they're gonna end up going in here anyways. So we'll keep on working and doing what we can with what we got. Gotta stay motivated. That's how you pop it out. Hell yeah. That was not a smart idea. I do not recommend doing that. So they just shot it out of there. Nice. Just for the fun of it, we'll set the seat in there. I can sit in there and pretend like I'm a racer, you know what I mean? Big old racist. Oh wait, what? Seats are out of the white car. A lot more room to remove the wire harness, get up underneath the dash. I really hope I don't need to remove the dash entirely to get the harness out from underneath there, but I am prepared to do so if I need to. A little bit more. I'd like to get rear and front dash bars with jacking points. I'm not sure if that's going to happen before the beginning of the season though. Not really a need, but a want. Looking much better. Brand new from the factory. You know what it is, we're back at the shop and guess what I got? Definitely could use some new lug studs, that's for sure. Got the suspension jacked up, so now I should be able to slip the wheel off there. Now we're gonna be using this rack and pinion on there. I just think it's gonna be a lot easier to move everything individually. Let's get this off of there. The rack and pinion disconnected. I'm now going to remove the control arm bolts. With those removed and this upper section removed, after I disconnect the brake line, this whole assembly is just going to come on out. Alright, I got that bolt out and the whole thing kind of popped down and out. We're going to be getting some new suspension as soon as possible, so hopefully we don't even have to drift this car with this suspension, but we're gonna throw it on there. That way we can get the car rollable and go get it caged, and then we'll get some new suspension. C-clip out. This. All right, the weather does not look like it's gonna hold up, so we're actually gonna get this side removed, and then we'll make retreat into the garage. Supported with the jack, so now we can safely remove this upper bolt. Then, when I lower it down, it's gonna come on out. Pop these out from the body. That was about it. You don't ever really want to zap it down with your impact, so I always come back after you just kind of nudge it and fully tighten it by hand. This particular setup, it's got this like bearing assembly for the shock to rotate on top. I'm just gonna slip that on top of the spindle and then jack it up into place. It should just fit perfectly into there. And I see. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get it up and into the car. Every time I'm trying to compress the spring by jacking it up and in, it is just lifting the whole entire body up. A spring compressor or some clamps, something to clamp that spring down and in. Holy crap, that took a long time to get those out of there. She is hard mounted, baby. That doesn't fit on there. Bolt fits in this way, but there's not enough room to get a nut on the back side. It does not line up at all. Hitting on the top of the subframe right there. Doesn't quite clear on this side either. Just found a stock subframe bolt or control arm bolt, it looks like. And yeah, it just slides right through. So that just means the bolts we have for our angle kit are a little bit bigger than this. And that's the only reason we gotta drill that out. We got the hole drilled out just big enough. Voila, we got both bolts in and tightened down. It's on down, and she's all supported. Get this out of here. Found something interesting about this shock. I'm gonna push it down by my hand, and it does not return. So this shock is completely destroyed. Once at least get it put on there so it's rollable now. 3, 2, 1, boom! All bolted in. Now we're ready to clean up our rack and pinion, get the rack and pinion installed, then we can throw some tires up front. She's ready to roll. Woo-hoo! Spills all over the place. Oh geez, yep, and that she is going to spill all over the place. Just water. Just agua. Sweet. Radiator and secondary power steering cooler removed. I unfortunately broke my power steering pump. There's a little plastic nipple that comes off the back, and the hose would not come off, and it just snapped the nipple off. So this power steering pump is now a no bueno. I'd like to run electric power steering and do like a Volvo pump, but I don't know if I've got the budget for that. I may just throw another cheapo Ford pump on there. I've got the power steering lines disconnected. So with those disconnected, you just have 2 bolts right there on the bottom holding it. And then you've got one more connecting to the steering column right down there. We'll get a 13mm, pop that out. It'll just slip off of the joint. We'll undo those 2 bolts and the whole rack will come off. It should just slip off of there, just like that. Let's go ahead, slap the front wheels on, and lower on down. Voila, front end on the ground. No jack stands needed. She is a rollable unit now. We cleaned the gas tank. We actually need to do some welding in there and then we'll paint the engine bay. But install front subframe, we did that. Heck yeah. Install rear end. Unfortunately, we're still waiting on parts to do that, but she is ready to go in once we get that bushing. Install fuel pump and tank. We actually did that. Cut fuel pump access hole. We did that. I am gonna have to install the new fuel pump once we actually go to upgrade everything, but we're gonna wait to do that along with the intake until after we get it running with how the engine is now. Once I know everything's working correctly, then I'll go ahead and take the intake off, put the new one on, and then do the fuel pump and everything else at that time. Decided to put the front bumper back on with the headlights, so she's looking more like a vehicle now. With the extra time now, we're gonna remove the side skirts from the white car and just keep on doing little things here and there, because any progress is good progress. She looks real naked now. Exactly, yeah. Just putting a new dress on her. There you go, Casey. See, your signature will at least be on the new car still. Got some memorabilia. I guess I should say for now, because I'm probably not going to keep these white forever. And now you can really see how caved in the door is. Utah finally decided to snow. I guess that's kind of cool. Time to install this rear end. This time we're gonna actually put it all into place, jack it up to about where ride height would be, and then we'll tighten it all up, and that should be good from there. Yeah, there we go. Got it all set up in place with the springs, jacked up with tension on there, so that's about where ride height would be. I've also got the shocks poking through the nipple right there, you know what I mean? Nipple picking through, yes sir. All right, let's get it all tightened up. Oh geez, it is coming down. Hell yeah, ain't gonna stop us. She is locked in place. I just need to tighten the shocks up top, and then also these shocks, I'm gonna have to have Brian help me out because the actual spot where it threads into is like broken and coming out. So if he can weld that for me somehow, or we can fix that, or even just weld this plate to the frame, that works for me. The threads don't feel real good, so we're just gonna send her home with the impact and hope it works. Well, Ryan, I'm gonna need your help on that side as well. Oh, that's... She knows she's getting close to being done, because that thing just fought me like a mofo, trying to get this thing just to pull up right there. Like, come on now, just one little cable, you gotta fight me that hard? Wheels going on, let's get this baby on the ground. Shocks are done, close the trunk, let's throw the wheels on. Oh yes, she looks like a freaking go-kart right now. Straight up go-kart vibes. Go take this thing out in the snow. Whoa, let's get these Jacksons out of here. What is going on? What the heck? Coming down. Victory! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! There we have it. A successful part 2 to the Pro-Am project. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end. It means the world to me. You guys clicking on my video, making it all the way to the end, possibly giving a thumbs up or commenting your favorite part in the video. There you have it. Mustang is on wheels. Next video, she's gonna be getting caged. So you guys stay tuned, notifications on, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.